feeling, and he's really shy now because Frank is really strong and sad and with lots of wrinkles and really depressed and like a Clint Eastwood chip somehow. And so Frank is really strong now, and Victor is more quietly and sneaking around character. So he tries to sell him a special offer deal, something that will solve all of his problems. And since he tries to kill himself, why not try it out before actually killing himself? So why not? And Frank quite quickly accepts because he just wants to kill himself. So yeah, for whatever you want, okay, I stand there, and then I can go back to try to kill myself. So he does it, but Victor the salesman just starts to.
And there is no sound.
There's no sound.
They fixed it, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, Victor goes back a bit on the island, and the flock of sheep gather around him also as he starts to slowly dance and move a bit like a maestro somehow, and everybody feels like it's kind of weird. And weather starts changing, clouds starts to gather, and all the sheep, Frank too, starts to see that actually this guy is not only weird but has magical powers somehow. So everything starts to change, the music starts to play, and everything starts to move around, and a giant colored tornado made out of a big drum of the inside of a washing machine starts to appear, and slowly gather colored clouds as the music goes, and as the sheep starts to sing with Victor, and it slowly goes to Frank.
Sheep start to sing. Yeah. You got some musical after all.
I did. And then Frank is taken into this vortex of color and shape-shifting stuff and clothes that flies around as the music goes, and he's slowly vanishing into it, and everything stops, and the whole island goes back to its original state. And from the sky, the skin wool of Frank slowly falls down on the island as Victor goes off into the flock. But then we cut and we go back to Frank that opens his eyes, that we recognize because we've seen it quite well before. But he's trapped into a whole new body, something totally different. He's all red in very strong colors and quite some noises around and a lot of green colory stuff, blurry background. And he's a caterpillar, a huge long caterpillar with hundreds of legs that he has no idea how to control because he was sheep and only had 4, so he's like freaking out and turning and flipping and falling from leaf to leaf as other caterpillars walks behind him, and he like highways of caterpillars on branches, and he jams everything, and there's a giant parrot, a giant green parrot that appears next to him, and everything's weird and moving and changing around him with lots of colors.
Pirate.
Not a pirate. Not a pirate.
Pirate. Pirate.
Oh, a parrot.
Like a pirate sheep.
Pirate sheep. Just like come on. So, and as he falls and
you can use that.
I thought that parrot sheep with one wooden leg. Come on, mates. Anyway. So he falls and is scared of everything and doesn't control his body really, and he falls into some quite a lonely cave under leaves where there's something white and quite intriguing, almost a really soft, curly, made out of wool almost thing, quite round. It's a cocoon, and he's quite interested by it at first. And it's also a quiet place, so he uses it to just rest a bit and not freak out of this giant, very full of life jungle. And but the cocoon starts moving, and it's a bit scary, and it comes a bit closer, and inside there is like an alien, weirdy monster that starts to move, so he freaks out again and tries to escape again, but he still can't because he always still has 100 legs he doesn't know how to use, so he's trying to scroll a bit or whatever, but he can't. And at some point, the cocoon finally opens, and instead of a giant monster, as we expect with those big legs and stuff that starts to appear from it, it's a beautiful white butterfly that reveals herself with giant wings and white wings and beautiful blue eyes, and just in front of him, and he's like, oh, but it's beautiful, quiet. And the first time he actually experienced something quite magical and beautiful in front of him. And she's, that's awesome! And starts to fly really quickly, fly away because she's like having her new wings, and she's like, oh, yeah, woo! And she flies away quite quickly. And Frank is astonished by it, and quite quickly also is feeling connected to her somehow. So he tries to follow her, still having problems with his legs and stuff, but he managed to somehow bouncing to leaves and grabbing on other caterpillar around, or maybe to a pirate.
A parrot.
Because that doesn't have anything to do, but anyway, there's a pirate. So. And anyway, so it's like a pursue sequence where he tries to catch her again as she goes everywhere, like everything's amazing, and she's just kicking around as she can. And he finally falls into her. They really fall on one another somewhere and just meet really closely one to another. And there's something happening between the two of them in their eyes, the way they look. You can feel that they both like each other. And as soon as he does this, he sees that, I forgot to tell you this, but Victor, the salesman, to make Frank the sheep agree on the special offer deal, puts him a necklace with a timer on it, like a washing machine thing, that goes for 5 minutes, or that has several modes, and are working all at the same time. So it's a timer, and as soon as it goes off, you change world. The implied rules of the things I didn't go through, but that's the point of the shape-shifting world thing process. And so Frank and Tara meet, and as soon as they're close to each other, he sees that she has the same device as he has. And it's the first character he meets that actually have the same thing. And as soon as he realizes it, her timer goes off, and she disappears. And he's like, oh, fuck. The only good thing that finally happened to me disappeared. And as soon as he thinks that and says that, his goes off too, and he disappears too. And we are alone in this giant jungle with no characters. And we have our title. And we add an extra scene to this, which is we are inside the washing machine from the glass point of view. We see Victor, the salesman, coming through. Look at us. He opens the door. He takes whatever is inside the washing machine. We're thinking maybe clothes with prints that are the caterpillars and butterflies from the world we just saw, the jungle world. He takes everything that is in it and is just removing them from the washing machine. The washing machine has a number, it's number 1. And we go to a wider shot where we see we are inside a Lavomatic with hundreds of washing machines. The next one is the number 2. And inside we see moving around a character we recognize that has the same eyes that Frank, that is spinning really fast. And we don't really know what it is, but it's a new character, and we can hear him like, he's trapped into it. And we end up on it.
You don't see the washing machine from glance as well.
We don't know what's inside the second one, but we know he's in number 2. And we are stopping on this.
Now you have a nice content.
Exactly.
Together it takes still like 8 minutes.
Yeah, something like this, like 10 maybe. So
yeah. That's why you were trying to do compact, but it's still getting.
It's dense.
The more
I think
you
it's
think about it, it's getting bigger again.
Just this is 15 minutes, I think, because I skipped the dialogues. Yeah. I didn't do the dialogue thing, and it's already 10 minutes. So I think it will be more 15.
So to talk to other caterpillars, or
yeah, and the salesman speech will be quite long too, because all the rules of the timing stuff I didn't explain.
Of course, talks to the girl.
Yeah. So that's where we are right now. Of course, it will change and be completely different next week. But for now, this is where we are. And we also focused this week on working on designing the characters with Pablo and Sarah, and from what David has left us last week. So there is first mock-up, 3D mock-up I've made based on those designs from Sarah and David. So you can see Frank, our sheep, which is quite older than we expect at first, but he's looking quite grumpy and aged somehow. So I kind of like it, even though he's older than we were expecting at first. But so that's this one. There's a second one, I think.
Should I just do this? This is a 3D model.
Yeah, and I
But
painted
the hair has been painted.
Yeah,
Oh, you want to share it?
on top
Think
of
it's
it.
gonna work?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you choose what goes to the.
Maybe because it's full screen.
but this is normal eyes. Hey,
It's cartoonish, pixelish eyes, kind of. But they need to be really expressing as real life characters. So that's it. There is other versions of Frank, I think.
Yeah, no,
This is the same one, the one I prefer for now. It's,
Could you show the screen?
not really looking like a sheep.
This one?
Those ones are more sheepy. I don't know what you think about this, but it's yeah, looking more like a real sheep somehow.
Je suis quatre fait ces chiffres.
Bring this up.
sorry.
But I try to mix Bill Murray and the Sharpay. Basically. With all the wrinkles you have on the front, and there are so many wrinkles that it actually goes through the eyes and really, but still quite cute. So
Next.
For sheep.
yeah, this.
We need many other sheep.
There's a third one, and there should be Pablo's too.
One like super hard. There you go.
Okay, so this is a mix of the two versions you've seen before, which are more sheepy, but
More sculpted hair.
yeah,
Like
it works almost like this.
like a Rasta or so.
Yeah, or clay.
But the sheep you showed me in your family's place, they also had like Rasta.
Yeah,
it's
it's
I
dense,
guess.
not dense.
And then I show it.
Really heavy and white. So that's it, and there should be Pablo's sheep too, I think.
Yeah, but I have it on the folder.
Oh, okay.
Can I show this?
Yes, you can. It's just a rough idea. It's not final at all. This one is an idea for Victor, actually. But it's too realistic as it is. It's too. It's not. How do you say this? It's too realistic character.
Mm-hmm. It's a sketch.
Yeah. So it has to be reworked a lot. But I like the idea of having him like this. Like there's something that doesn't feel right on this character. Like he's too.
Why is it not looking like a salesman?
Because he's not a salesman. Not really.
It's the laundromat manager.
Yeah, it is. It's just a guy in a jogging suit, wandering around and talking to sheep. So it's you can do whatever. But he should have a logo of the Cosmos Laundromat on his chest and in his back, and it has to feel like an outfit he wear, like he's working with it. So. And I kind of like the body, the mixed gender thing, that having someone with a real small voice that's a bit shy and really emotional, you know. So
We can get Adidas to sponsor.
or Nike,
Almost, yeah.
No, Adidas.
with the red bands.
They love us. I mean, they might be.
Oh, of course.
If you see it, Adidas.
Three band orange.
One G, they call it. One G. Adidas one G. That will be the next fashion of 2015.
And the other thing, the thing that is quite working already with Frank is that with this long head and big nose and wrinkles, it could work quite easily already with the Sarah's design for the caterpillar. If you figure it, imagine it on a tube, basically, it works quite well already, I think. So it's something that is quite good news too. That doesn't have two mixed feeling about the design for the main character. And we're also working on Terra, the female character. So I think you can show the other pictures. It's more early designs. There's a lot of variations of her. We're still having new ideas and trying to really define how she must look like. She's younger. She is more cold and still really feminine, and has to be really not those. This is the first ones. Yeah. They are quite insect designs. She's a butterfly, so of course she has to be an insect, but it looks really really insectoid.
Nice expression.
But there's still something. Then I try to move out to things that are more human. Then, so it goes from the upper one is one of the first versions, which are quite round and insect feeling, and I went to a more human head as it goes. So it's different.
Do you and Esther know where Dara is coming from?
We have ideas. Yes.
The shape is recognizable as a shape during the transformation. So what is Dara or that?
In the movie,
recognizable too.
In the movie, we might not know. In the pilot, we might not explain where she comes from. But for the feature film, we are thinking of it. We have ideas, but it's not sure we'll have to know in the pilot.
It's nice for the modeling, you know.
Exactly.
Like a little bit human, a little bit not. You know.
The bottom one is one of the latest I've made, I think, and I kind of like it. But as Sarah said, it feels really human. And
yeah, we can remove the nostrils. Get something with that.
I like the palettes of expression you can get out of a face that's more human than an insect, which is quite cold and always the same expression. So
we can style it.
We can always change it, but it's nice if we know it for ourselves.
Yeah, but the main idea was that she was a
depressed elf
from
David and Waffle. Okay, she's a depressed elf, and she becomes a butterfly, and then she's happy.
Well, I kind of like the idea of not. She is on the special offer deal for a long time. She's doing this for a long time. It's not her first. And she might not even remember what she was at first. Maybe. This is things we are thinking of now. So
she's a veteran already.
Okay. So that's it. I think that's the only designs.
Yeah, those are the 3 designs in the folder.
So that's what we've done last week.
Who is George?
That's me.
Yeah, I'm George. Yeah, sure. Good.
All right.
Pablo Vasquez.
Been doing. I can show it.
Yeah. I can show it. That's the power stick.
Stupid. And so we even have a folder. So I've also been doing some character design too in my spare time. After doing some Blender Adore stuff and some. So I started by after failing on drawing stuff. After finding out that I can't draw a single line without a cute little eyes, I started making, try to sculpt it, try to do it with the couple. I found out it's actually really nice. We even got a feature and a bug fix, a crash fixed. So I started with something completely wrong, a cute version of. This is supposed to be 40 years old and suicidal, which I failed, as you can see. But I had a lot of fun with making this shape. And then I started, with this shape, I started going a bit more, trying to make it age a little bit. So I already made it from, I don't know how it is, like 10 years old to like 20, 30, more or less. It's already paying the rent and getting obligations. So I started by adding a bit more detail and then trying to make the nose bigger, right? Because the more when you age, it's like the ears and the nose, everything gets bigger. And I remember doing research about this for Cinta, that what happened when somebody aged. Spoiler alert for Cinta, people don't have. And this is the same model. So at first I made it too young, and I thought also maybe that's because it has hair, because when you get older you also lose a bit of hair. So that's I tried to remove a little bit of it, trying to make it a bit more robust, but also it looks a bit younger too, like a bit more worked out, without many worries. And I also found out that these weird eyes are completely hard to make look. Make it look appealing. Something that is old and tired and with rectangular eyes is completely hard to make it look like something you want to hug, right? Or in pity at least. So I made it completely impressive. I went over the top. Yeah, poor little guy. It doesn't have it easy. It's a so it was like the last version. I already added
Staat een monastery with them, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
So I kept this little bit here.
Monk.
Yeah. I went with a bit more of a like how do you say it? Like a drop, like a tear almost shape from this, which was really robust, to something more like this, more depressed, trying to follow what Matteo was doing. So this is more or less the direction that I've kept going. There were also some little things. Today I installed this computer.
Show the computerception.
This is the computerception. Screenception.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, that's mostly. I don't think I don't have anything else. No. That's mostly what I've been doing.
Okay.
Want me to do it?
We don't have wireless stuff, but it's not working.
You can tell me what file to open.
Just do it in.
Like from
order.
The first one is Blanche Body 1.
Before you're not
Yeah, it
incredibly
doesn't
full. There's
matter.
always these
Okay.
more llama and less cheap kind of fur.
Huh? Sorry.
Because all the concepts have this fur like hair.
It's very good.
Yeah, because the reference sheep we have are really specific sheep. It's they are black first, which is quite not common, and they have really long hairs, more like Rasta hairs, really old and it's not curly at all. It's really long hairs. And it's a friend of mine. I have 3 of them, and they are really specific to a specific small island in France. And they're really small, like this. They're really pets. They're really nice, and they like to play. And really awesome sheep. And we based the design on those because this is the only sheep in the whole world that were brewed and designed by man to be totally alone. If needed, they can live for 20 years on an island on
Like this
themselves
one.
and take care of themselves.
Not that one. You can see them on the wall in front of them.
But it's really unique. It's not those ones because no, they're not curly enough. You have one. If you go just this one with the horns. This is the male. This is the kind of hands.
This is the dude.
But you have big horns. So we didn't do the horns.
Yeah,
But it's curly.
but logically, in flock, there's no male. This is the male. It's like cows and bulls. You see fields of cows. There's no bulls. Otherwise, they would fuck. So it's the same for sheep. Sheep are females, and there is I don't know the English name, the males with the horns. But they are separated. Yeah, the ram, but they are separated.
So Frank is
So Frank is supposed to be a woman, but he's not. Spoiler. That's fun,
Not yet.
He went to Brazil once, he changed gender. Long story.
Oh no. Oh, the plot twist reveal.
But,
So it's like, you found out. How?
so, Frank is a girl.
We discussed this. To have him
But we can,
as a her.
it's, who cares? Also.
But then Tara becomes a man.
Yeah.
To make a
changes
standard straight
Shit.
love story.
If you're doing interracial, love, why not?
Yeah, it could be gay, sure.
Why not?
Could be.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
The worst thing I saw ever in a film was male cows with others.
With
What?
others.
The actual
Yeah.
breeding.
Milk.
Yeah.
Giving male cows. And they have female cows. Happily living together. Ridiculous.
Weird.
But that's what they do to prevent the penis thing, of course, and other things. But luckily, our sheep doesn't have that problem because
No.
it has long hair.
Exactly.
They don't have a. They could have.
It could
What?
Have
Yeah.
And then a moment of reveal. Like a brief
Anyway.
In the tornado, maybe we'll have a
Let's
glimpse.
move on.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I was not going to mention that one.
Now, the P word.
Oh, okay.
No,
Keyword.
Okay, Sarah.
Okay, so well, this week I draw and I draw and I draw again, more and more.
That's your
So
book.
mainly I
You didn't bring your book.
no, I didn't because it's
Did you scan everything already from the
dirty.
book?
Yes, everything is scanned.
Ah,
And yes, because my book is a little bit dirty. So, well, this is a first concept for the butterfly. I was mainly searching for Blanche. Now it's Tara, but the female character. So trying to have. She has to be albinos, she has to be cute, and she has to have character and be a little bit she's a strong woman. And she have seen it all, but she's still searching for excitement in her life. So that's what I'm searching. So if you can put another one, because I've made like a lot of trying. So. Trying to have different kinds of faces. This one for now it's the one I like more because it's more. I like it more when it's more insect-ish than human-ish. I don't know.
I like her little details, like on the chest, on the feet, with the things, the nose.
Yes, and she has little. How do you say? Dots.
Fractals?
Look at her little socks.
Freckles. Yes. So that is searching like how to make a feminine butterfly. I haven't searched yet the wings, but mainly the silhouette. We can put the next one. So then Mathieu asked me to search mostly for the face. So in the top you can see this is Grimes. Grimes, it's singer that has like all the quality
Yeah,
we want.
A good reference. Yes.
She's a good reference for her. So I tried like to draw her first, like to know how she should look, and then try to make the butterfly version underneath. Huh?
If Grimes was a butterfly.
Exactly. How would be Grimes in a butterfly?
It was a she.
So yes, really wandering around and trying. Yes, big eyes, less big eyes, a big front head, less big, and trying different styles of hair because like she has to have character, so the hair has like a lot of importance.
Very nice.
For now, the one we most like is the first one actually. This one, yes, she's like.
Butterfly too have this weird curly nose, right? They have.
Yeah, they have I don't know a trump. Yeah, how do you say
Right,
it?
Like
yeah.
elephants.
They can unroll it.
Yes. That's why I made this little curly nose, but I don't know yet if it's a good solution. You can put the next one. So still more, trying more. And another one. This one we liked it also, but modeling it didn't.
Well, you saw my attempt to go 3D on this.
Yes, the problem is we really need to put the hair in the models because it changes all the silhouettes. If you do it without it, it's like it changes a lot. And yeah, so that's for the face. Next thing is, oh, that was trying the trying another style, like more cutie. Like we were talking about Frank having troubles like walking and falling and everything, so I made this this drawing of him tangled.
Upside down.
Yes, upside down. Yes, and I like also like thinking of a butterfly more of a little cute one also. So I was searching for more.
With more cute proportion.
Yes.
Cuteness.
But of course it has less expressivity on the face, but more appeal on the general stuff.
Okay.
Very nice. Ah.
Another one.
Oh, I didn't see this. So cute.
That face is nothing.
What is the stuff they have on the what is that?
This legs.
These are his legs.
No, the legs are the black thing.
No, these are like
Yes.
the ears
Yes.
hanging.
They have 100.
Oh, he's on the top, rotating.
Yes, he's
Okay.
rotating, exactly.
That's the legs. But the legs have 2 feet, toes.
Yes,
at the
2
leg.
toes. Yes.
Just to grab.
Caterpillars have that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
To pinch.
exactly. So another research. That was a first. I wanted to make a concept, like searching for colors for the world. So I started like just putting colors mainly. And then you can put the next one, and it has evolved in this one. So Matthew wanted like big trees, so he felt like in prison. And
Interesting
then
to make it red.
yes, red was good, like to have a big contrast with the
But
green.
purple, that,
And the first world might be very, very grey.
Hmm?
it's a nice color.
And
It's good for
her, like she looks like a rabbit there, but
Ah,
that was
so,
before starting the searches for her, so it was just like inventing right away.
It's a magical creature.
Exactly.
She looks like
But
she.
magic then is important.
That's deep.
And that's the last image, I think.
Did you, together with David and Pablo, discuss style? Like, because you can say, okay, you can go Disney, or you can go How to Train a Dragon, or you can go Shrek, or you can go
Blender Institute.
Blender Institute, or you can go Pablo Vasquez, or you can go David. Is that a topic, or you want to invent your own style? Because it's still the idea that, or is it like, no, you're purposely going to use 2 or 3 styles? So that was a little bit the concept. You don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think it's open still. I'm pretty convinced that.
But you will try to keep the worlds at least consistent with one style. So there will be probably 2 very distinct development styles.
The first and
Mine
second
is
world will be
different.
very, very different. It's the objective is. That's also why we were discussing colors, because I didn't show it here, but there is also first concept colors from David for the first world, which are really grayish, brownish, I think really sad and foggy thing that of course, we want to make totally different for the second one, which should be like a color intense world. So there's already that, and then for the styles, I will see from the designs we pick and how far we can go.
Okay. Well, that's the idea. That's why we're here, to develop it.
Exactly.
And I know
About 2 months.
that I'm too realistic. I'm not really styled. I'm trying to make real life stuff, so they have to push it to the styles,
Yes.
to their own worlds.
Good, nice, awesome. Tony.
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't have too much to show. I have just 2 or 3 pictures.
Pictures.
Just pictures.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, any work.
We've been doing system administration.
Yeah, it's been sort of a research thing. Okay, so this is from the hair branch that Luca is going to show next, and I've been trying to help there with some debug visualization code, and this is code that shows thickness, and I like to call it the macaroni code for obvious reasons. And yeah, Lucas will show it later, and it's really good.
To allow very thick hairs of values pasta.
Yeah, this is just for preview and for debugging, because we want to see collisions and see if things go smoothly and work right.
Hair always has thickness, but this is just to show it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, next. Okay, this is actually a bug fix where we didn't support those
Spheres?
not really. We didn't support those 2 options here, okay, together, and it's one of my favorite bug fixes this week. I've been doing a few, because it allows us to, while you transform 2 objects, it allows them to snap and rotate on the surface.
Around,
yeah, and we supported for 1 object, but both objects were not really possible. So now you can grab many objects and put them on the surface, and it works correctly. And it's
Awesome.
It's nice. I think it would be useful. Yeah.
Cool. Is that on master?
It's on master. Yeah. So
Cool.
you can try it.
2.72.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the next is The next is I call them the cuddly strips, because they're more cuddly than we have square strips on master. And I'm working on making them rounded and nice, so you can tell them apart while you're editing them. Actually, we've had a nice session with Mathieu during the week, where he sort of gave me a few pointers about what the requirements would be for the system. And I'm trying to, well, sort of start fitting here some ideas, some design concepts into the sequencer. And I think making apart the strips easily is a big part of some of the changes we're going to make. So I've started with making the strips themselves easier to see, and making them rounded as opposed to square is one way to do it. But not tools yet. I hope to do that next week. And that's it, actually. I've done some work on Pi menus, cleanup work, or getting them ready for master, but not there yet. And yeah, that's it all from me. That's all
crashes and everything, you fix stuff.
Yeah, there'll be bug fixes from Gooseberry here, from Pablo, and okay.
Awesome.
That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah. I will have a branch for the sequencer. The terrible consequence is.
Terrible consequence.
Yes.
So it's your turn then.
Image is all image.
Image is all images.
Very easy.
All right. Dude, use
Some
don't use capitals on your stuff.
I didn't.
You did.
Okay.
I saw it.
It was the first folder. That's zero. So just some
The new Blender interface. Blender starts up full screen.
With these options.
I have some notes on it.
So I have just some. I came here to the institute so to resume and wrap up the multi-view work. So that's basically what we have as the core functionality, where you get to enable the multi-views and you can render your scene with multiple cameras or a built-in stereo camera where we only set the eye distance and blah 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 and have anaglyph support. And so can you go to the next one? One thing we had already, even though I had fixed a few things, is this functionality of having one camera in this case, and you can have like different viewports seeing different aspects of the same camera. So on the bottom right, you get to see the both eyes interlaced together. So
Nice.
there's a left and right.
Here?
Yeah, but you can also see the individual then separately. You can see that the stereoscopy and yeah.
It's a
So,
left,
yeah. Or right, or 3D,
right,
or 3D.
three-dimensional.
Yeah. And there are different, and there is the real objects on that. And there are three different 3D modes, such as anaglyph, interlace, and top bottom. And these were already supported for drawing, but we had no option to export them, so you could just pre-save. And this is kind of feature creepy because it can always use the sequencer to make your final anaglyph or whatever. But people were asking this, and for the sequencer, I think it's kind of handy to be able to export the whole script. So if you go to the next image, so just go 1, 2, 3. So before we could already export the views individually. So just go there and export, and you get a bunch of them. But now we have a new option when you're exporting the image. It's either individual, we might change the name, but that's the old mode. We're going to get individual image files for individual views. Or now we have the stereo 3D, which can pick the stereo kind, and then you can just can go for it. Oh, you also get when you save the image on your rendering the scene only if the whole scene is multi-view. So we're not cluttering the interface for regular users, but if you're in a stereo pipeline, you get this whole range of features you can use. Next one. So then this is a saved image, it's not a screen grab or anything. So you can go 3 times. So these are different anaglyph modes, and you can go again. We're also doing top bottom, common format.
One image.
It's one image, it's one single image, yeah. And now I still need to work on the interlace mode of the left-right, fix a few bugs. And we also have one mode which is the EXR. So it's a multi-view EXR which actually saves as one single file all the views. So this is a very recent format, it's from last year, but we're taking advantage, it's already working. Then I also work in some of the big baking fixes because I don't have a CUDA at home, and then this computer has CUDA, so I was testing some things. So now we can do 4K baking or 8K baking with CUDA, and it's fine because we are splitting GPU. It's so awesome, GPU baking. And worked a lot of design decisions with Francisco regarding multi-view, and with Pablo and Tom regarding full screen. This whole new full screen mode with action zones. So it's very nice to be here. Yeah, that's all.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
It's your turn. Now you have to take over.
Yeah.
I left a nice little icon here. It's actually not very small, a little, but other blenders. And that's it. Just open it.
Happiness and shoes now.
Oh,
This is
perfect.
Another one just over.
you got a new blender, not this
Ooh,
one?
there's a running blender.
What is
Guy
it?
love risks.
Is it share?
You need a higher resolution screen.
Yeah, we need a 4K screen here. This.
Come on.
Hold on,
I
hold
didn't spend
on.
our money on a 4K screen.
Routine for
I'm just pasting it locally.
So
Remember the
8K.
stupid bug?
One underneath.
Oh, yeah. Right. Because you can do
But you can set the DPI on.
So this one we don't need.
I do one for the fourth whenever I want to screen grab.
Wait, it's still starting.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all your memory to have already really big.
And I can maybe close this blender with that video.
Yeah, that's fine. For the book, I had to do this, so I got sent. That's practice.
And here, this is the guy. So just open it and send it here. Door go. Now the F here.
Yes.
Look at that beauty.
Alright.
Oh, it's coming 24.
The first blender is this very fun. So, yeah.
You can do a small DPI, can you test that?
No, don't do small DPI.
I don't know what
I made it 86. I
Yeah,
made it
don't do it, don't
big.
do it.
You made it big. Right.
Okay, so
My
You can
vision
use
is
the
not.
text.
I've been working on
Okay,
the hair system again.
Very prone.
So here's a little demo file. You can see.
Yeah, we see it's there.
So this week I've been adding collisions to the hair system, which is obviously important.
Make it full screen.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
So this
much better than
is
like 15
using
minutes ago.
bullet
Yeah,
for the
Yeah.
collision detection.
doesn't matter.
And
This
then,
is not
of
with
course,
caching, this is real time or?
this is real time. Yeah.
Can you move around a bit?
Just like
Instead of animating, can you
Just to
move?
prove that it's going to be
Make it perspective.
Perspective, zoom in. Marca.
So nice.
Can
Yeah,
you?
there are a
That's the
few
shit.
errors with the translation, so they will be sorted out.
You're sheeping a washing machine.
And also, this.
You can move the boot.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, anyway, so we
Nice.
have collisions working now.
Now replace the cube with the monkey. Teasing them.
Do whatever you
Always
say.
have to do that, right? Okay. Huh?
Yeah.
You need stereo.
It's a bit difficult to orient in this
Wow.
Wow.
distant mode. You see it gets a bit jiggly, but yeah, not really.
It's a wind.
It's the
We have a window open, that's right.
Close the window.
That's the window.
Let's see, we have lots of options already here. There's
Oh, no,
stiffness,
more
there's
options.
bending, different damping things. You can choose different sub-steps to the amounts and so on, all this stuff.
What is sub-steps? Does it mean per frame or per...
Yeah, basically you have like the standard is 30 sub-steps for the forces, for the force calculation per frame, and then per force calculation you have a number of damping steps again, which is important to avoid instabilities and exploding simulations. Test file here. Yeah, this will be a bit
Very
slower.
funky.
I hope it works now. I think I have to. Yeah, there are a few.
We can explain to the people that's watching that this is a new
Yeah.
hair dynamic stuff
Yes,
based on a
exactly.
paper by
Entirely new
Pixar.
system. The gray stuff you see here, this is the old particle hair system, which we're basically just copying to get an initial state for the hair because we don't have a lot of tools yet. But the most important thing is that every hair is simulated now. We're not doing so much interpolation with child's particles and so on, which is a limiting factor.
Good.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's the weekly. But Ines didn't do anything for the
No, it has a one.
recording. But he didn't do anything for the film. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, what did you do? You didn't get a bike. You didn't.
I helped fixing bicycle.
Yes.
Twice. Made the lunch. Do all the emails. Go to Shakeout.
Awesome.
That's important. And we have support systems. Hey, next week is a normal weekly, but then without our technical wizard and me, so you guys have to do it yourself.
Okay.
There might be visitors too.
Cool.
I don't know yet who.
We can charge for them to watch.
You can take over his role.
No, but Pablo can.
Pablo can.
What?
You know how that works.
Yeah, you set it up, so you did everything.
That was my Friday.
It happens.
So Francesco, do you have something to show at last? Because you can show the cloud thing.
Well, it's not live. That's I didn't want to make it
Live?
like what I've been
It will
working
be live, like in a few minutes.
in a few moments. Yeah.
You can show it.
After the weekly.
You go there, press
Well,
push, and
You
come
can
back.
show
and
it not live.
No, I
can
can't.
explain what it is.
No, I can't because
Oh.
it's on my computer.
It's only on your computer.
No, it's on Fabricator too, so the people who are running the cloud on their own computers, they can already try the features.
All of them.
What I implemented is a
You can't.
file system browser for the nodes in the cloud, and this means that we can define in the cloud there are these folders that we can browse, and in the backend you can set a folder to be actual file system. So then in the website you can see the content of an actual folder, and this is going to be used for the SVN of the production, which is already checked out in the server, and it's ready to show the content of our SVN to the cloud members.
Wow.
So today people will be able to see lots of things.
Yes, it will not be the most usable interface for the moment, but they will get access to it.
Yeah, you want not interface.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's the invisible girlfriend. Ah.
Okay, so we wrap it up?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.